This is the REDTIGER F7NT Touch Dashcam. I like the suction cup mount, which makes installing the camera easier. It's a dual dashcam setup with a rear camera also included in the package. Opening it up, we have the suction cup, which also includes the GPS electronics within. Twist this lever and the suction cup attaches to your windshield. Here we can see the lock and lock markings. These pins connect the GPS to the actual dashcam. Here's the dash camera. It supports 4K recording, which we will check in a bit. This section links to the GPS module, suction cup mount. USB-C power connector, and this port here is for video input from the rear camera. On the right we have a power button and a micro SD card slot. A Lexar 64GB micro SD card is included, which I like. Here's the screen on the back of the dashcam. The left has buttons which allow navigating through the on-screen menu. Electrostatic sticker which allows for easy removal of your camera with manual, warranty card, and a quick start guide is also included. This is the 12V adapter which has a USB-A port on it which can be used for other accessories. USB-C on the other end. Clips for clean wire routing. Wedge to help push in the dashcam wire. This is the rear camera. Once stuck, we can still orient the camera to the angle we need. Audio video jack. And this supplies power to the rear camera too. Attaches like so onto the dashcam. 21.3 feet of cable is provided, so there's enough for SUVs too. Let's test the camera before installation. Remove the protective film off the screen. Set the language, time zone, everything can be done using the touchscreen. It's working, and let's test the rear camera too. Both are working fine. Unplug, and no, it doesn't have any battery within, so it just turns off. You will need to purchase a hardwire kit for 24-hour recording when the car is off. Now for the installation. Here's the camera. Slide the GPS bracket onto the dashcam. Find a spot to install the dashcam onto the windshield. Using the wedge tool, tuck in the wire all across the frame, all around until it reaches your 12V socket. Mine is within the armrest, so I wired it there. Testing, okay, it works. Now for the rear camera. Similar to earlier, route the wire to the back. I am installing an electrostatic film wonder as the rear camera uses a sticker. As my car has a tailgate and it can open and close, I made sure there was enough slack in the wire. And done. We now have the front and rear video feeds displayed on the screen. The videos are recorded separately. We have button controls on the left of the dashcam to change settings, but the touch in the name indicates that the dashcam has a touchscreen and all settings can be changed using the touchscreen itself. We can change the resolution, loop recording, how long you want the loop recording to be, if you want audio or not, if you want the date stamp to be on the video, and if you want also the speed to be stamped onto the video, you can use that option here. And there are tons of other features also available, like your camera flip. If you have put the camera upside down in the reverse camera, that can be done from here too. Here's a sample daytime recording. The front camera records in 4K with a FOV of 170 degrees, and the rear camera has a 1080p resolution with a 140 degree field of view. The recording is clear, number plates are visible. We also have the information of the speed, date, location, etc. marked on the front recording. Here's a sample night recording. There is lens flaring, and the number plates also, I think because of the headlights, are not very visible too. The app allows connecting wirelessly to the camera, and all the settings can be changed via the app. We can also view and download the recordings through the app. Another method to download the recordings is to use a memory card reader and access the folders on your PC. So that was the video. Make sure to like, subscribe and also hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are added. Thank you for watching and see you all next time.